Why do your ads look good in the dashboard, but fail to put money in your bank account? Your media buyer says the cost per lead is down, your creative agency says you need more ads, your web team says the site looks great, and your sales team says the leads are bad. Everyone has a metrics proving they did their job, but somehow you're still not growing. Here's why. Nobody owns the entire system between your ad platform and your bank account. Your ad tracking website, offer, and sales process are all connected. If one part is broken, the entire system can give you misleading information. Meta may optimize toward the wrong actions. Your website may fail to convert the right people. Your tracking may make bad campaigns look good. Or your ads may be working perfectly only to expose a problem with your offer or your sales process. So you hire someone to fix the ads, then someone to fix the website, then someone to fix the tracking. Each person works on their own little piece, but nobody diagnoses the complete machine. Eventually, you end up back on Upwork, hiring another specialist, and the carousel starts all over again. I've seen this pattern across more than $12 million in ad spend. 8 years I've been doing this, and I've had roughly 200 clients. The answer isn't another button pusher. You need someone who can work from cloud to dirt. Someone who can understand the business strategy from above. Then get inside the ad account, your Google Tag Manager, your landing pages, and your revenue data to find where the money is actually leaking. That's what I do. But before I explain how my model works, I need to be direct about who it works for. Most failed advertising relationships don't begin with a bad campaign. They begin with bad assumptions about what advertising can do, how quickly it should work, and what you're actually hiring somebody to manage. These assumptions eventually turn into the same arguments. Why aren't all the leads qualified? Why aren't we profitable after 30 days? Why aren't you changing the campaigns every day? Why do we need to work on the offer? I hired you to run ads. I would rather address these conversations now, rather than wait 3 months after you hire me and have them then. So before we work together, there are 5 realities about paid advertising that we need to agree on. 1. The generic offer death spiral. Ads cannot compensate for an offer that is too broad, too generic, or aimed at everyone. If you sell custom software for anyone who needs custom software, Google has no meaningful way to distinguish your ideal $1 million client from someone looking for a $500 app. Before we buy traffic, we may need to clarify who the offer is for, what pain problem it solves, and why someone should choose it over the alternatives. If that foundation isn't ready, I'm not going to pretend that changing bids and keywords will fix it. It won't. We'll complete an offer and positioning sprint first. Then we'll have something specific and compelling to advertise. Number 2, the 30-day free trial mentality. If you want to try advertising for 2 weeks, see immediate ROI, and shut it off if it isn't perfect, I'm not the right partner for you. Advertising is a system that gets engineered over time. We need enough time to collect data, meaningful data, test the offer, improve conversion, and observe what happens after a lead enters your business. That doesn't mean blindly losing money for 6 months. It means having the financial and emotional stamina to diagnose the system properly. If you're only willing to commit for a few weeks, keep your money and don't start. Not with me and not with anybody. 3, the 100% qualified leads fantasy. No advertising system produces 100% qualified leads, ready to buy right off the bat, just like that. There will always be people who misunderstand the offer, change their minds, lack the budget, submit a form, and disappear or simply aren't ready to buy today. This is a normal statistical issue. It's just waste. Our job is to make the offer unattractive to the wrong people, improve the filters, and build economics that can tolerate the waste we cannot eliminate. In fact, optimizing purely for low cost per lead can produce more of the low quality leads you're complaining about. If every imperfect lead causes you to declare that the ads are broken, you want to change the funnel, you want to do this and that, paid traffic will be a miserable experience for everyone involved. 4, the moving constraint paradox. When we fix your lead generation problem, we may reveal a sales problem. When we fix the sales problem, we may reveal a capacity problem. When we fix the capacity problem, we may reveal a pricing or fulfillment problem. That doesn't mean the ads are broken. It doesn't mean the ads failed. It means we removed one constraint and exposed the next one. A business isn't a single problem waiting to be permanently solved. It's a system whose bottleneck keeps moving. My job is to identify and manage that system for you. 5. Buying labor versus buying outcomes. If you want to pay someone to make daily changes so it feels like work is happening, I'm not the right person for you. Constantly touching an ad account can actually make it perform worse. Sometimes the correct decision is to make a structural change. Sometimes it's to wait for statistically significant data. You're not hiring me for a certain number of button clicks, reports, or reassuring meetings. You're hiring me to find the constraint, recommend the intervention, and make a good decision with your advertising budget. Judge the work by the quality of those decisions and the business outcomes, not by how busy the account looks. And these are not the only assumptions that are quietly distorting your performance. There are many more. The rabbit hole goes much deeper, and I cover these issues individually elsewhere. But if we're going to work together, these are the 5 things we need to agree on first. This approach is how I found Audience Network consuming 92% of clicks for a healthcare advertiser, spending $88,000 a month on advertising, and it saved them roughly $16,000 per month. That's also how I built a repeatable advertising and data system across 12 cleaning companies, more now, that reduced their aggregate cost of acquisition from $88 to $29. Different systems, different constraints. The same method. Diagnose the real bottleneck before prescribing more activity. Those 5 principles are also why I built the service differently. Traditional agencies bundle campaign management, weekly reports, strategy calls, and layers of account management into one large retainer, whether you need those things or not. I don't do that. We begin with a $1,200 setup to audit the account, repair the tracking, properly configure your campaigns and your reporting and all that. From there, the base service is $200 a month. That includes campaign management, access to our support inbox, and 1 monthly performance report. The price stays low because a properly structured local advertising account doesn't require someone manufacturing activity inside it every day. If your organization requires weekly reporting, recurring meetings, or dedicated strategist time, you can add exactly the level of access you need, but the strategic decisions are not a la carte. If the data shows that you need a new landing page, better tracking, a different channel, an offer or / positioning sprint, we'll diagnose that constraint, recommend the solution, and price it clearly before doing the work. Most agencies charge everyone for maximum attention, and then quietly they minimize how much attention they're actually giving you. We price the attention openly, so you only pay for what your account actually requires. If these 5 principles make sense to you, click below and let's book a 15-minute gap analysis. We'll look at the system between your advertising and your revenue, identify the constraint most likely holding you back, and determine whether you're ready for campaign management or whether something else needs to be fixed first. If I can help, I'll show you what I recommend and price it clearly. If I don't think you should be spending money on ads yet, I will tell you. Click below. Let's find that constraint. Peace.